Today I wanted to share with you the future of Major League Baseball here in Utah. Hi, this is Eric Gardner. I'm a licensed realtor and have lived in Utah most of my life. I love it here. If you get value from this video, please subscribe, hit the like button, and get the chime to get notifications. Let's dive in. So earlier this year, there was a big announcement to bring Major League Baseball to Salt Lake City, Utah. This is called Big League Utah. It's a coalition of government leaders, the elected officials, and a lot of community leaders. The Millers are involved, Cicero, Boyer, all sorts of community partners that have come together as a coalition to bring Major League Baseball here. Their goal is to either bring an expansion team or a team that needs to transfer. We know the Oakland A's are looking to make a move, and we know I think there's one or maybe two expansion teams available right now. But first, let's start with what's going on with the Bees, which is our AAA minor league team here in Utah. We've had a minor league team here in Utah since 1994, and currently they're affiliated with the Los Angeles Angels. And in controversial way, they decided to leave the ballpark neighborhood, which is 13th South and about 2nd West, earlier this year. And they announced that actually before Big League Utah was announced. So I think that some of these things kind of fit together. And they're moving to the Daybreak area, the South Jordan, West Jordan area. And they're getting a brand new stadium that's actually smaller, which is interesting. One of the reasons they're moving down to Daybreak is because that's where a lot of their ticket sales are. That's where a lot of their customers are. So it makes sense to kind of make that community ballpark feel there in that neighborhood. They recently just broke ground on that stadium in Daybreak, and it's expected to be completed for the 2025 season. What's crazy is the current stadium seats over 14,000 people. The new stadium, as I mentioned, will be smaller and will only seat 7,500 people. Not sure what the goal is there, but with it being a smaller community feel, maybe that's part of it. It's probably going to be a higher tech stadium. And then also with them trying to bring pro baseball, that's probably going to end up being a much larger stadium. So as I mentioned, Big League Utah is a group of community leaders, elected officials, all trying to get that new expansion team or some other team here to Salt Lake City. So we know that with the Bees leaving the Salt Lake ballpark neighborhood, that's going to unlock that land, and it's going to be developed for future things. I know Mayor Mendenhall has talked about, getting ideas, maybe some new open space, something like that. But the new Major League Stadium is proposed to be in the Rocky Mountain Power District, which is along North Temple and about 1300 West. So this is, as I mentioned, in the early stages. So it's very early. With this community support, with, some big financial backers, I really think it can and will happen. But we got to see what's going to happen. I know I was talking to someone the other day about the Oakland A's, and they might not go to Vegas because the proposal there is to have an open air stadium, no AC, etc. And there's many games there in Vegas. It would be well over 100 degrees, probably over 110 degrees, and I'm just not sure that's going to work out for a professional baseball team. So let's cross our fingers that we can end up getting a team here in Utah. We've seen a lot of success with Real Salt Lake over the last decade. We brought that MLS team here to Utah, and it has a great following of fans. They're very loyal. The stadium fills up almost every game, and we even won the MLS Cup one year. It's crazy to think that, the Jazz came in the 80s, MLS came in the 2010s, and now we can get baseball here finally. It really shows the growth that the state's been having over the last 2 decades. One last thing I wanted to mention along the lines with baseball is University of Utah Athletics actually just announced that they're going to build a new stadium for the Utah baseball team. So right now they have a really, basic field on Gaurdsman Way, just south of campus, and the plan is to build a new facility in that same region. I'm not sure if they're going to tear down the current one. Probably not. They'll probably build one and then tear that down in the future. But baseball is a very popular growing sport. A lot of people are going to that instead of, I guess, more dangerous sports, if you want to call them that, just because baseball's popular. It kind of had that pastime. People fell out of love with it, but it's been on the rise a lot in the last 15 years, I'd say. Thanks for joining me. If you have any questions, you can comment below. You can text me. Happy to talk to you about anything. But I'm just really excited about bringing more sports here to Utah because it's good for families to have things to do. Thanks and have a great day.